next time. See how far we get this time. What will it be like? It'll be like the midterm. So I'm going to do a special review for it because, as a matter of fact, I feel we're reviewing all the way through here. So what would you can bring your note cards on little 4x6s or 5x8s or 3x4s, whatever you feel you can need. You can bring your New Testaments. Bring Josephus if you want. No textbooks. And I'll give you 2 out of 3 essays out of some of the things we've been talking about. I haven't even figured it out myself yet, so it would be absurd for me to tell you what's on it since I wait for the Holy Ghost to take hold. And then I let the Holy Ghost dictate it to me. Or in the Quran, the angel Gabriel. The angel Gabriel is sometimes called the Holy Ghost, sometimes the angel Gabriel. Come on, get me started here. Where chapter we leave off on here? We were in the interview with Pilate, where the Jews say, his blood be on us and our descendants in perpetuity. Oh, what a very convenient theological position to announce. Huh? What page is it? Now, what's the actual reference in Matthew?
18:28 to 38.
What is it?
You were beginning the trial.
No, I finished the trial. Anyway, give me the number that you think I'm on. Matthew what?
26.
Okay. 26. Okay. Let's see. And Peter's outside warming himself at the. Let's see. Okay, so we have people coming out with swords. Some of Jesus' followers being armed. Something a lot of scholars have made a lot of. But you see, the problem is that the scholars who make a lot of these small points normally are accepting the general thrust of this as having some historicity about it. That's the question we have to deal with in this class. I can't be the final judge of that. But to rescue small portions of it and say, this may be not right, or this is curious, or whatever. I mean, you have to decide about the whole picture and so on. So these are situations that I'm not able to draw a final conclusion, only you are. But as I said, even the scholars who are trying to, let's say, who raise questions about why would his followers be armed and so on and so forth, generally are operating within the total framework of this narrative here, for better or for worse. So you have to be the judge of where you draw the lines, if you draw any lines. You may not want to draw any lines. You may feel the whole thing is totally accurate the way it's presented. So. And then you don't have a problem looking for the historical Jesus. We've repeated over and over again. Okay, now, let's see. John has an additional speech. John 18, about one man died for the people. And another disciple followed Jesus, line 18:15, who was known to the high priest. Again, this curious other disciple. We have a curious person mentioned in Luke's resurrection scene on the road to Emmaus. Clopas and another. Which other? How was he known to the high priest? All these very curious innuendos that I can't sort out for you, but people say this other one is, I think, John, or is it Judas Iscariot? I'm not sure who this other one here at this point is supposed to be. The high priest questions Jesus in 19. I ever taught in your synagogues and temples where all the Jews came together again. What's this, a non-Jew speaking? Hello, head of the Supreme Court, Judge, who's the head of the Supreme Court at the moment?
Roberts.
Judge Roberts. I always came among your people where all the Americans were. Well, come on, an American wouldn't say, I always came among your people where all the Americans were gathered. I mean, I'm sorry to point these matters out, but John and a lot of the others reveal themselves to be writing as if Jesus is a foreigner, as a Greek, or one of us, one of the people who actually is writing this. Again, you have to make your decision if you think that matters or not. I'm just pointing that out as a problem. You decide, again, and if you want to write about this, you can discuss, is this a problem, isn't this a problem, are these things problems, aren't they problems? This is what I would waste my time writing about in an essay. Okay, and as he spoke this, an officer stood by, struck him. This is the way you talk to the high priest? So there's an intervening interview with this Ananus. Now, again, I don't know how that jives with the synoptics. I don't remember. Was there an intervening interview with Ananus in the synoptics? I don't think so. So that's another. So well, that's just value added. We're getting more information here. Others will say it's another discrepancy. What should you do? You should discuss these things. There's no final. You don't have to worry about being wrong. There is no final. No one has the truth about this. No one was there. No one has a truth reporter. All you have to do is show intelligence and perception, that's all, and do your best. That's how I would do it if I were you. And I would try to explain what that means to me, these sorts of issues between John and the synoptics. Why is he sent bound first to Ananus? What, Ananus has soldiers around him striking people in the mouth and this kind of thing? Personally, I don't credit that at all. I just don't credit these presentations, frankly. But it doesn't matter. The point is, who is Ananus? He's not high priest. What later happens to Ananus? If he was involved in this execution, which he may well have been. We spoke about Ananus. First of all, what's the name of his son? And who is he involved in the death of? And what does Josephus say about that, which is in Josephus, not like this here. He says that the people who most cared about righteousness and equity were very upset about what Ananus did, trumping up a blasphemy charge against James in 62 AD. This is in Josephus' Antiquities. I don't think many people cavil about the historicity of that. It doesn't look like it's an interpolation. It may be, but it doesn't look like it is. And it calls James the brother of somebody. It's not clear exactly. He says the miracle worker we mentioned previously, or something to that effect.